is a famous scene in the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, and this scene where the main character, Leonardo DiCaprio, is teaching some of his team how to do certain sales techniques. So he asks them the question, sell me the pen. You probably have seen this scene, and some answers he received in the scene was like, someone would say, oh, this pen is really easy to use, very easy to write, and it's like, next. The next person would say, oh, you know, this person is really cheap, it's only $2, it's like, next. And he kept rejecting every suggestion coming from the salesman. But he never mentioned why he kept rejecting them in this movie. And as you know, in this movie, he was playing the character for a person called Jordan Belfort, who used to be massive in the stock market. They eventually end up in jail for fraud, but he was a top salesman by the sound of it. So I want to share with you in this video why I'm talking about this and why it's important to understand that, especially when you're dealing with patients, and how it's related to dentistry as well. So first, for credibility, my name is Khaled. I have been a dentist for 20 years. I own my dental practice, Lakeside Dental Spa in Half Bay in Queensland. I took it from 1 chair to 10 chairs, from 3 staff members to 40 staff members over the course of 14 years. So what is the answer he was looking for? And he actually revealed this in an interview, not with Leonardo DiCaprio, but with the main character behind the movie, which is Jordan Belfort. So after he came out of jail, he started doing training and courses, and he was reformed basically and running a legitimate coaching business. So what he was revealing, that the answer he was looking for is, as a salesperson or someone who's trying to exchange your services with fees, you need to understand why this person was shopping for a pen from the beginning. So he wants to ask them more questions, like, you know, he was expecting them to ask him questions like, oh, how long you've been looking for pens for? Why you're in the market for buying pens? How it's related to dentistry is what's important. I've seen this happening a lot. So for example, a patient will come to your practice and will ask you, you know, I've got a missing tooth on the front there, and I want to get a tooth replacement. I want to get a dental implant. And then what you will do, you will start to convince them on getting dental implants. And he tells them, hey, you know, dental implants is really important to have it, or if you don't have it, the teeth will, you know, you gotta have a gap there, and we put a titanium root there, high grade titanium, top of the range, whatever brand we're gonna put, and then we put a ceramic crown, will look natural and beautiful, and it's gonna cost this much. Patient will be like, okay, thank you, and they might go and shop in the next clinic. But why his advice was important and how it's related to us is, I want to make sure that you ask questions. Why do you want to have this tooth replaced? By asking questions, number one, you connect with the patient more. You could be the first clinician who would connect with this patient, and all other clinicians they've seen before or other practices they've called before, they just give them the information and the price, and that's it. You could be the first one to ask them, why it's important to you to fill this gap, and how many years you had this gap for? What happened? How did you lose the tooth? I'm interested to know. I had the trauma, I was playing hockey and this hit my mouth and tooth came out and shattered in pieces, and that was 10 years ago. What stopped you from getting that 10 years ago? The cost. Number one, you establish good rapport with the patient. You connect with the patient. The more the patient will talk about themselves, the more they will open up to you, and the more they will trust you as well. And you put them at ease on receiving this treatment. And number four, you understand what was stopping them before. If whatever was an obstacle for them, then you can give them more information that will help them make a decision. And at the end of the day, you will give them a good service. For example, I didn't do it because I was always scared of the needles, or I was really scared of having the surgery done. Then you can start talk about sedation and other options to make them at ease. Other patients will say, look, I'm really worried about titanium in my mouth. Then you can talk about titanium or ceramic implants and the difference between them. Another patient might tell you, cost was a major factor for me. I just cannot afford whatever I was quoted before. You just can start talking about payment plans. What I'm getting into is, the more you ask questions before you offer your service, the more you can connect with your patient in a level that they had never had before with any other dentist. The more they will like you and trust you, and the more you can give them solutions for their specific problems. Yes, their missing teeth is a problem, but there's a lot of other problems that stop them from replacing that missing tooth. And you can give them a solution that will help them make a decision. And at the end of the day, you win by providing service to your patients, service that they will appreciate. They will talk to their friends and families, send you more referrals, and you will go home and feel good about yourself that you have done some sort of difference to a patient. So instead of just telling them why this pen is perfect, you need to understand why they are looking for a pen from the beginning before you sell them the pen. If you find this information helpful, make sure you like it and share it with your friends and colleagues. If you want to hear more about my videos, please subscribe to my channel and you'll be notified when more videos are released. Thank you so much for listening to me. It means a lot to me.